Hey there, welcome to Odds on Laugh, and I'm your host, Mr. Nigel. Okay, so today is gonna be our first episode, and the first episode is gonna be personal. Okay, so I'll be talking about my experiences and my rock bottom and tactics I used to maybe call gambling, maybe when the urges comes. So today we'll be talking about one of my experiences. All right, so let's jump in. You know how some people hit rock bottom in dramatic ways, like when they're caught on cameras, losing their life savings on a casino table? Well, that's not me. My rock bottom was quiet, really quiet. So picture this very hot afternoon. I was given some money to go deposit for my younger sister's school needs, and I said to myself, why don't you make some money first before making this deposit? So the urge came and the urge came and the urge came. I fought and I could not fight it no more. So I went to a betting shop. That was years ago. Headed to the betting shop, I tried and tried and tried and tried. People do understand when I mean betting shop, so they know what I'm talking about. The normal visual. I tried and tried and tried, and I won. Yeah, I did won. I made about 4 times the amount that was with me, and maybe sometimes you tell yourself, this is your day. This is your day. This is the day you're gonna hit it big. I know we've all had those thoughts in us where we think it's your lucky day, so you just have to keep on going and going and going, forgetting that there's a purpose for the money. And sometimes I tell persons that they think that once you won a little, why didn't you just quit and go? You know, the thought that made you get to the amount you are already is still the same thought that's gonna make you want to go higher. So that's it. So I kept on going and going and going until I kept on going, and then I was left with nothing more. I lost everything I won, and then I was left with nothing. And it was raining heavily, like it was raining heavy. With the whole anger and everything, I just had to just leave the whole, like I just had to leave the shop, and I just went out on the rain. And I felt my tears coming down. Like it was raining, but I still felt my tears very warm. It was coming down. And then I said to myself, if I had bought chewing stick, you know chewing stick, the one, those white chewing stick. I said, if I had bought chewing stick with this money, I would still have so much with me. Or if I had bought fresh pepper, normal atarado, fresh pepper, if I had bought it, I would still have many baskets with me. Still there, there would be use for it. And then I went to the house, feeling all headaches and everything, and my eyes were strained and all. Then I got inside the room. Then I was asked if I had made the money to my sister. I said, yes, I have. And then my sister-in-law was around then. She was already happy, thinking maybe I had plenty of money, so we're going to maybe celebrate. But she saw my mood, she just knew that it was one of those days. And I went inside the room and I slept from 2 p.m. till the next day. Then I said to myself that this was not the life I'm supposed to be living, that I have officially lost my mind. But that didn't happen overnight, did it? No, it did not. So let's go back to when it all started. Back in my uni days, we were thinking about how to make ends meet and maybe find more cash to fill up the already one we had. Let's say extend your money you're giving for a lengthy time. Then we talked about gambling. We started with going safe. You take a pen and a paper and then you write down if you're giving home and away. Let's say Manchester United was playing Chelsea. Okay, let's say Barcelona was playing Remo Stars in Nigerian League. You'd say, okay, Barcelona is a sure option, so we're going to give Barcelona 1x. That is, you're handicapping Barcelona 1 goal. That even if push comes to shove, Barcelona would just draw the match and your money is safe. So you take like 6 of those options, thinking that you're on the safer end, you're getting, and then you put $1,000 or 200 or $2,000. You're safe. I mean, Barcelona is playing Remo Stars in Nigerian League. So are you not safe? And then you're even giving them a goal ahead. You're giving Barcelona a goal ahead, thinking you're safe. Now, taking 7 of those options, it's going to give you a very small odd, but at least it can double your money for you. Okay? Then you have a cut one makes the ticket go bad. You say, oh God, it was just one. I was unlucky this time. I'll be lucky next time. And that was how it kept on going until you now start telling yourself to start accumulating more games and taking more risks. You're getting more games and taking more risks and getting like that. So while starting, I told myself that I could only bet what I can afford to lose. That's a lie, covered in a nice suit. And I could always tell myself again that this is going to be the last bet, of which is still a lie. That's still covered in a suit that looked good, but it never did work. There was never a one last game. I even remember the ones I bet on a boxing, that's a wrestling match, which I'd never watched. I couldn't even watch the match or see the match, nothing. I just felt like the wrestler's name looked more brutal, so he was going to win, and he had a very lower odd. You know, in gambling, you're always thinking the lower odd has the higher advantage you're getting. So I went for that, and it was so fast and swift. I lost my money. And I told myself, oh, well, at least it was quick. At least I knew my fate faster. You know the worst part about this? You're getting numb to losing. And that's when it's dangerous. That's when it's so dangerous. When losing money feels normal. And I'll say things like, I just need one big win to recoup everything I've lost, of which is a lie. And that's never a big win that's going to recoup everything you've lost. So the turning point for me was a day I lost everything I owned. This was 2 a.m. in the night. You know, the urges always comes when it's very late in the night. You're being itched or your body's crashing. That's when I said, once you're starting to get those signals, you can be fast with yourself to just uninstall those apps, disable those apps, self-restrict those apps, block your banks and everything. And the slightest delays you cause yourself could help you disarm yourselves from those moments and those loss you're going to regret later in the morning. So it was 2 a.m. I said to myself, why not try something? I mean, you've spent some money the previous night. Why don't you just recoup those money? Those things are lies, trust me. I know. You know what I'm talking about. If you've been in the shoes, you know. It tells you to recoup those money you've lost. That's the devil talking to you. So I said, okay, good. Let me try. And I went onto my betting app. There was no matches to play because it was already 2 a.m. Everything has already ended by 11 p.m. or say. This is Nigerian time. So I said, okay, let me go and try the Aviator, the normal Aviator, the one where the aeroplane goes up, you know, and then your money is being multiplied, or like the accumulator goes up, and then whatever you're fixing on your bet, if it gets to 3, it gives you 3 times the amount, which is a lie. Trust me, those things are built to kill you. This is a platform that is made to make money. So they have to make money every single time. And if you're lucky to fall on that where they make money, you think you're good. You're never good. You're never good, trust me. That's by the way. So I lost some couple of money. I lost until I got to my limit. I had to go take a loan. Now get me. I've crossed my limit to my banks and everything. This is almost 3 a.m. I had to go look for where I could get a loan to take so I could use the loan and then maybe repay. And I finished everything with the loan. This loan had a very high interest rate. I didn't care. I mean, the dopamine was heavy because when you want to gamble, you have this dopamine that just flows all over your body and makes you think that you're going to make money. That's a lie. It makes you don't think at all. After losing, I lost and I didn't get mad at myself. Like I just mumbled and I said to myself, I was going to recoup it back next week. That scared me. I mean, that shit scared me that night. That I could lose something so real and I would just shrug. That's when I realized that I wasn't just gambling with my money no more. I was gambling with my peace of mind. I was gambling with my sleep. I was gambling with my own self-respect. I mean, self-respect in the sense that when you get addicted to gambling, it becomes very discreet. I mean, you cannot tell everybody. You can't tell it. You have to be very discreet about it. And now, you start making you get loans, wasting money you're not supposed to waste, and you start being desperate to some extent. So I decided to myself that if I cannot beat them in secret, then I would laugh at it in public. And that's where we got the laughing odds, and that's where laughing odds were created. Okay, so here's this podcast. So I'll not come preaching to you and telling you, nah, this is bad. I mean, we all know how these things work. It's about us relating, talking about our experiences and laughing about them. So you see, if you've ever said to yourself that you almost hit it big, if you've ever said to yourself that you're only down a little, if you've ever said to yourself that the next win is going to cover everything, then you deserve a seat on this table. Here we're going to talk about all the losses, all the regrets we've had, all the urges and the tricks we play on ourselves. And yes, we're going to laugh about all of these things. Because laughter doesn't solve the pain. No, it doesn't. But at least it makes it easy to carry. Trust me, I know we feel the regret. I mean, laughing about these things is going to make these things more easier for you to carry. And it's going to ease you up to spin and know that you're doing a very, very grave mistake to yourself. Now, let's get practical about these things, okay? Here's a small tip that always helps me earlier on. I would always delete my betting accounts, or just self-restrict, or even just delete my accounts and all. I mean, those minute minutes you take to those minute minutes you delay helps you. Trust me, it does help. It does help delay. Believe me, it's going to help you save some money. So always try to delete a betting account when it comes to the night. If you cannot, just delete them, deactivate, self-restrict, block your banks and everything. And then what to expect next on the next episode is I'll be bringing in guests. I mean, real people, real gamblers who've danced with the odds. I mean, gamblers who have danced with the odds and lived to tell the story. I mean, some will be very painful. Some stories will be painful. Some will be hilarious, and you're going to laugh about the things. Some might make you say, damn, that's me right there. I mean, I've been through this situation too. But everyone will be honest, trust me. I'll make that for you. Everyone is going to be very honest about these situations. And all through it all, would laugh out to hide from the pain we've been going through. And it's going to help disarm it a bit, trust me. It's going to disarm those pains and regrets a bit. And so you're going to stay with me, okay? And that's all for today's episode 1 of Odds and Laughs. If this humor hits you hard or made you laugh or made you think, damn, that was me, please follow the show. Please leave a review. And please send it to one person who's been through the betting trenches too. I'll be really grateful. to get a follow, reviews, and likes. And if you got a story to tell too, if you have a story to tell, you can slide into my inbox. I would love to put your odds out too on air. Okay, so I remain Mr. Nigel, and thanks for riding with me. Until next time, keep your bets in check and your laughs out loud. Stay put. One love.